we all remember the train wreck movie that was SpongeBob in Tehran. Heck, I'm not even 100% sure that that movie even happened, and instead like to believe it was all just a dream. But it was real. Now tell me, what's worse than one SpongeBob in Tehran movie?
Oh, I know!
2 SpongeBob in Tehran movies! No! Because there's a sequel. SpongeBob in Tehran 2, Alien Friends. Don't ask me why this was made. I don't really think there was a demand for another bootleg SpongeBob movie, but here we are! Now, reviewing this movie is going to be a little more difficult considering there's no subtitles. And since I don't speak Iranian, this just means we're gonna have to wing it. How could this go wrong? So the movie starts off at the Krusty Krab, where SpongeBob is, I guess, offending the customers?
Fucking
useless sack of shit! Get out!
It's kinda hard to tell, but yeah, that's what's going on, I guess. Immediately, the animation stands out. It's not good at all, but it is an upgrade from the PS2 cutscenes the last movie had. This one is at least trying to look like a cartoon. Mr. Krabs then calls, I don't know. There's a woman, and he looks a little too excited, so that happens. It's so hard to explain the plot considering I have no clue what the characters are saying. Mr. Krabs then calls SpongeBob into his office, I guess berating him for being mean to the customers, which goes against SpongeBob's entire character to begin with. Mr. Krabs then turns on the TV, where we see Donald Fishface Trump? Is this canon? You, sir, are in Bikini Bottom. How does that make you feel?
A lot of us are really smart. I'm really smart.
Anyway, once again, Mr. Krabs sends SpongeBob and Patrick to Iran. Nice. So they go on a plane, Patrick flirts with the stewardess, they get kicked off the plane, wake up on a boat, where, well...
I hate this channel.
Now!
This cursed musical number just breaks out of nowhere. Now, there's a few things that irk me about this. Mainly, this. Is this racist? I don't know, man. Something about this just seems really not cool. Oh well, at least they added in this really important scene. What? They were all stranded on a boat in the ocean, despite living underwater. So I guess SpongeBob and Patrick were just hallucinating that this guy was gonna eat them. So naturally, they befriend him. I don't know his name, so we're just gonna call him Chris. Chris has a knife. It never comes into play. Chris then invites our main characters to his house with this, with stoned butler, who's also evil. In this super awkward scene with no sound. Seriously, I thought the movie was broken or something, but no! This scene is just dead silent. So a major problem with the first movie, apart from everything, is that 80% of the runtime consists of SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward going around Iran and just eating food. The sequel, however, changes up that formula because now, Chris is here. That's it, they still eat food. Come on, man, why is this a major plot point in the movies? Yes, those chicken nuggets do look delicious, but I don't need to spend 15 minutes plus another song to experience it. Luckily, however, the food scenes are much shorter. They make up for it, though, by having SpongeBob and Patrick watch TV while random citizens of Bikini Iran Bottom talk about how great it is there. And I just love some of these character designs. They're definitely unique and original, I'll give them that. But nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared me for what I was about to see next. No! No, 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 no! 125%, this is not okay! I couldn't believe it! This bootleg movie added in a bootleg of a bootlegged character. So SpongeBob and Patrick go to this restaurant, which I guess is meant to be the Iranian Krusty Krab, where then SpongeBob and Patrick get jobs here, because why not? The plot needed something. SpongeBob works the register and naturally becomes a fry cook, needing to learn how to cook Iranian food. And there's also a side plot where Patrick falls in love with this random character. Again, it's something. And it's actually more in depth than him just going "Gah" at Mindy in the first movie. I guess this restaurant is struggling, so it's up to these two bootleg idiots to save the day. Not a bad plot point, honestly. There's at least something to work with apart from, look at that chicken nugget. But hey, it's been about 10 minutes. I think we're due for another stupid song! After that terrible time, we then focus on the Patrick storyline for a bit, with him falling in love. He watches a romantic TV show and thinks, hey, if I become good looking and handsome, maybe this random girl that he and the audience just met, she'll fall in love. Which leads us to the strangest montage of Patrick eating, working out, and taking medicine. It's all just so terrible and goes on for way too long. All while this is happening, another terrible song is just destroying my eardrums. Then there's this guy. Who are you? Are you the villain? You kinda look evil, but I don't know, and at this point, I genuinely don't care. Because this next scene is just so... I feel threatened right now. At this point, the rest of the movie for some reason just decides to focus on Patrick's love story. He shows up to the restaurant, asks the girl out, and surprisingly, she goes for it. And it's all pretty cute stuff if I'm being honest. They hold hands, go on some dates, eat food. Patrick gets her pregnant. Excuse you? They literally just went out 45 seconds ago. This is quicker than Donkey and the Dragon hooking up. Oh my Neptune. There's little Patrick babies, and they're all hideous. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, thank goodness. It was all just a dream. Patrick and her never went out, which is kinda sad now. Anyway, Bootleg Crabs take SpongeBob and Patrick to some mob family who's in charge of the restaurant and Iran or whatever. They talk about becoming mob bosses or something. Your guess is as good as mine. But wait! It turns out this girl is part of this important family. She meets Patrick and they head to a room where they can be alone. The two then share an awkward but cute moment. While the girl removes her burqa, they then... they bang. They literally go to Pound Town in the next room while everyone shares the same expression I have right now. And the movie ends. Right there! I kid you not! The last thing this movie has before they roll credits is Patrick and this random character doing the dirty. What a fantastic movie. So how does SpongeBob in Tehran 2 measure up to the first title? They're equally just as bad, but I think I like the sequel better. SpongeBob in Tehran 1 looked like a PS1 game, so the initial shock and confusion of just what the heck you were looking at was pretty strong. Once that wore off, though, you just had a boring, slow-paced movie with 30 minutes of Iranian food lessons. The sequel at least kinda looks like a cartoon, and there's at least some kind of plot that's semi-interesting to follow. From what I can gather, SpongeBob and Patrick were banned from Bikini Bottom at the beginning of the movie, which is why they were crying, and now have to establish a new life in Iran. So I would definitely say this movie is an upgrade from the first one. But not by much. I'm not saying this movie is good at all, just better for a SpongeBob in Tehran movie. But our pain isn't over yet, because next time we will be checking out the third and hopefully last entry in this cursed bootleg movie series, SpongeBob in Tehran 3. Bobby and Bobo save the Sybil Gold.
نشنیدیم صداتونو
I hate it already. Bye.